Welcome to Samuel Paley Park, now known as Paley Park, but once known as Samuel Paley Plaza. We're going to be entering this park, talking about some of the history, and enjoy a fine stogie by none other than La Palina. Welcome to Paley Park.
What's Paley Park?
Paley Park is a 50-year-old, 55-year-old park on 3 East 53rd between Madison and 5th Avenue in New York City. And Paley Park was created to be a smoker's oasis. Now, in 1963, this park became an idea and was designed by Robert Zion. In 1965, William Paley, the chairman of CBS, and also the son of Samuel Paley, the creator of La Palina cigars under Congress Cigar Company, decided he was going to buy a plot for $1 million that Paley Park would be built on. And what was here originally, and if you pan around just a little bit, what was here originally was the Stork Club. So the Stork Club was a famous New York City nightclub lounge. Who's who came to the Stork Club? There's an old story that circulated that at one point in time, William Paley, before becoming wealthy, was not admitted to entry into the Stork Club, and had a vendetta against the Stork Club. So the minute that he could buy this plot, he would build something on it. Of course, it's all a legend. The reality is that he wanted to create something special for his father, Samuel Paley. And in May 23rd, 1967, this park opened up. And like I said, it's 55 years old, but it was also something of a new idea for a new form of park, what they call a vest pocket park. A very small, 4,200 square feet. At the time, you had about 24 locust trees. Then it shrunk down to 17, and I think we have a lot less than that. And if you pan upwards, just get a panning of the upwards, you can see that the trees create a sort of a rooftop feeling. So it kind of gives you a feel as if you have a roof over your head.
A canopy to smoke your cigars.
And it is also perfect to smoke your cigars. Weed smokers not apply. Nothing against pot smokers. Been there, done that. But if you try to come smoke a cigar here, if you try to come smoke a blunt here, a weed blunt, you're going to get kicked out, as 2 guys were kicked out earlier. This is for cigars. They don't mind cigarettes, but there's a catch. Originally, this place, you could smoke a cigar here all day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. After the smoking ban took effect on May 23rd, 2011, Bill Paley, the grandson of Samuel Paley, who is now heading La Palina Cigars, the cigar that I'm smoking right now. I'm actually smoking La Palina 125 años, 125 años. This is 125th year anniversary cigar of La Palina Cigars, and it was released this March of 2022. And he was here for the anniversary, the 44-year anniversary on May 23rd, 2011, when New York City enacted the smoking ban. Thankfully, the smoking ban does not apply to this because this park is private-owned park, meaning the city can't touch it. But sometime in 2014, 15, maybe even 13, the anti-smoking crusaders decided, we can't have lunch here with all these cigar smokers, and they cried like babies until they got their way. So now, we can only smoke a cigar here from 4 p.m. till 7 p.m. Now the park says that it's open till 8 p.m., but the reality is that, as the attendant told me, we only get paid till 7 p.m. So we close the park at 7 p.m. Or actually, they get paid till 8, but they close the park at 7 so that they have an hour to clean it, and then thoroughly close it at 8 o'clock. So you shaved off even another hour. So you basically, if you get here at 4 p.m., you could probably smoke 2 decent-sized cigars. Oh. So one more thing I want to add about this park, which is such a great park for cigar smokers, is that originally when William Paley was asked about the park, he said, after my death, I hope that it gets turned over to New York City and that adequate funds are secured for maintenance of this park. And of course, as we know, Bill Paley, the owner of La Palina Cigars, is alive and well and making cigars, but the park continues to be held privately. I don't know exactly who the owner is, but it is owned by the Paley family some way, shape, or form. And the beauty of it is that if it had gone to the city, indeed, as he had wished upon his death, we wouldn't be smoking a cigar here, because the city would have, of course, annexed it and held it accountable for all of the laws regarding smoking. So that's another great thing to know, is that, look, originally this park was a prototype park, and now it's being mimicked all over the world. I don't know if they're smoking cigars all over the world in parks like this, but in New York City, I am, and so can you. So let me tell you a little something extra about Paley Park. It was once known as Samuel Paley Plaza, but I said that earlier. This is a 20-foot waterfall. It produces about 1,800 gallons of water per minute. It reaches decibel levels of close to 90, 87 to 90 decibels. It was on purpose that they did this because they wanted to drown out the traffic. So drowning out the traffic ensured that it would be more peaceful, and it created a certain white noise that adds to the whole cigar smoking experience. Now, if you look at these ivies here, originally these ivies were created also to create a cooling effect. Everything here has a reason, every part of the design. The waterfall cools people down in the summertime. The ivy, everything here has a purpose. I believe originally they said they installed Boston English ivy, and then someone said, let's try Boston ivy. But nonetheless, everything has a purpose. If we take a look at the chairs here, right? These chairs were designed by an Italian-born American sculptor and modern art designer who designed modern furniture designs. His name, Harry Bertois, a legend. These chairs, Harry Bertois passed away in 1978, but his legacy lives on. These chairs were designed by him, and they continue to be used. And you can purchase these chairs. Each of these chairs is worth easily $500 to $600. So you're sitting on something that was ergonomically designed by a world-renowned sculptor and artist. Everything has a purpose here. But the most important purpose of this park, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is doing this. Nothing more.